So here's crypto top 30. Broke out hard on the 18th. That was a great signal right here. So on the 19th was when you maybe would have taken the signal. Here, 18th to 19th, great W signal. But now it's kind of rolling over a little bit. This concerns me. Okay, that's a little bit concerning that it's not looking as bullish. And this morning it looked great, but now I'm questioning things. I really am. Let's look at this just from with no momentum indicators. And let's go to a weekly. So this is our downtrend, right? Like that. And we're sitting down here. We almost touched the lows. And we've got a C13, combo 13 that came in. That's another, like almost like TD9, but slightly different. You guys can look into it. Combos, vision of a 13 combo usually symbolizes a bit of a bottom. And we did hit my chaos level target. Look at that from up here. I'm gonna delete that. Cool to see. I don't see any big reversal yet. Divergence here a bit, but nothing on RSI or stochastic RSI. You know, slight on 3-day. Let's delete these. It's so messy. Sorry, guys. Something like this, obviously, right? That, but no breakout yet. And until we get that breakout, it's risky to take longs here. But I don't think it's a problem to dollar cost average, like some major coins, like Ethereum, Bitcoin. I think at these levels, it's okay. An interesting chart I wanted to show you guys it's called. So I've got two BTC long-term charts. I know we're looking at the total, but Bitcoin is like a big one. It's something easy to relate. So here was a major zone for Bitcoin, and we came into that level, right? And your only level after that is at 12,000. I mean, if this breaks down, I don't see how we can't quickly go to 12,000. So this had to hold. I mean, we had to bounce off this. But it's kind of a weak bounce. You know, if I go to a daily chart, right? Here's our downtrend lines. We tagged this line and we bounce, and we're just sitting here. That I don't like seeing that, because if we're just sitting here and I don't get any decent bounce, it means that we're just going to continue and eventually get down to 12,000. So something to be careful about, something to keep in mind from just a purely price standpoint. I do think we completed this. This is like, I think this would be like your ABCD, like right here. I don't think we completed it yet. Did we? Let's see. Yeah, we did. Actually, we came right down to it. Basically right there. Yeah. Nice. We completed the ABCD. So that's another confirmation of a possible, at least we're going to range in this area for a while. Possible bounce up, right? To this. Maybe we do like a 78.6 retrace. Like that. Reverse it. Get it right. Yeah, maybe we do a retest up to 78.6, 88.6. I'm actually surprised we didn't get any kind of bounce, because the options expiry, which we talked about last week, right, is tomorrow. If we go to Bitcoin, Bitcoin has massive options expiry tomorrow. 100,000 interest first. Like if we go to the 25th, right, there's 250. July 1st, 21,000. Tomorrow's OPEX is massive. Like nothing else. Does anything else even compare? I'm trying to like see, like July 15th, nothing. July 29th, 29th, 40,000. But tomorrow, 100,000 open interest. And we haven't moved at all. We're sitting at 20,000 here, when Max Pain is all the way up here at 29,000. I mean, I expect at least to go to 25, 26 to overcome this Max Pain level. I'm really shocked that we haven't moved, and it expires tomorrow. I don't know what time exactly. Does anybody know what time these these options expire? It's the biggest expiry in a couple months. Like, look at the dates. Look at this, all the way out to December 2020. Look at how small the expiry, the interest is. This is massive compared to any other time. So I'm a bit shocked that, you know, we're just sitting down here when we need to be up here. But I guess it's possible that we could pump up there in the next 24 hours. It could happen. So that's one thing I'm a little bit concerned about when I'm watching. That if that could happen, would that affect the markets? You know, it also could be you know, it's very possible that there are major funds buying Bitcoin on spot, and then they're hedging their position with puts. That's something to keep in mind. It's very possible. Same with the S&P. Like S&P max pain is 375. Actually, we're sitting right at the max pain level on S&P. So whatever about that. That actually we're right at max pain. S&P makes sense. I don't think S&P is going to move much going into tomorrow. But this is just something I wanted to show again and talk about. For right now, I'm seeing a bit of a divergence on 3-day. On the weekly, nothing really. You know, maybe a little bit divergence. On the daily, I think I've got two different trend lines. So I've got this, right? Like that, which breakout, fake out, breakout, fake out, breakout, fake out. And then we came down and touched the trend line and we kind of putting in a W. And this is maybe the real, you know, the real bullish move. But I don't see anything on MACD to get too excited. But I need to see more of a push higher. But of course, by the time we see that, it might be too late. Now, if I go to these like lower time frames, right, and there's our daily line that put in that bottom, I've got something like this, right? And the question is, what is price doing here? To me, it looks like it did break out and we're consolidating. Okay, and we even broke out of this downtrend and we're putting in a bit of a W here. So for me, for crypto, now I'm looking at this and I'm really analyzing this. This looks bullish to me. Everything I'm seeing screams bullish. Maybe let's go to, I guess we should go to Bitcoin and just go through Bitcoin. Okay, so here's our Bitcoin bear flag, right? And we broke down hard. And now we're putting in this W, and here's the W on Bitcoin, right? So here's my low and here's my high. I put it there to be conservative. I can go a little bit higher, hit that 61. Maybe we hit 28 on Bitcoin. And here's your first resistance zone, 22,658. Maybe we go to 23, breakdown, bounce, go to the 25 area, major resistance with the 50 EMA, my trend heuristic, 2.618, everything. Play around in this area, and then finally you push up to the 4.669, which will be your final resistance. And, you know, we tag the underside of this previous down leg before we can make our next low. And that's kind of your rally. That's what I'm seeing. And if you look at, you know, all these different momentum indicators, they're kind of putting in the same thing. They're kind of putting in W's. Weekly still looks like crap. 3-day looks like it's kind of trying to put in a bit of a divergence on the daily, on the MACD. But you got to be cautious here because there could be a breakdown first. They could flush people out, you know, come down here. I don't see why they wouldn't try to do some kind of flush. If this is like my range, you know, it's entirely possible that we get a pullback down to here, 88.6, right here, 18,000. Really make people like crap their pants. Do that. Like that, and just go straight up. You know, more realistically, it would be like this: push down, and then it just does this, and like V bottoms, and you get, you know, here you maybe get like 2 hours to get in an hour, and that's it. And then just, you know, we just do like I pointed out with the waves, but I think we kind of V bottom, quick up, and then we just push, push like really hard all the way up. And before you know it, we're at like 28,000.